my live generations the legacy review of tonight's episode. I'm gonna be talking about Fikile, Mazwi, Nkaba, Pamela, Lesedi, Mpho, Lucy, and Cosmo and Marexa. So let me start with Fikile. So, guys, Fikile is now overreacting. She's overreacting about Tracy and Mazwi. They have a thing. Obviously, they don't have a thing because they're co-workers, Mazwi is Tracy's boss, but also they don't have that romantic connection like before because Mazwi is currently focusing on Fikile, but Fikile's insecurities are taken over, which I understand. I mean, she's been used and thrown away like trash before, and I think that is taken over. Like her past experiences with other men are now interfering with the current relationship she has with Mazwi. I mean, it happens to the best of us, okay? But what makes this whole situation funny is that she went to Lucy, of all people. She went to Lucy. I mean, Lucy is Fikile's best friend, They grew up together, and I think the reason why she went to Lucy is because she knew Lucy would tell her the truth. Lucy would keep it 100 with her. Lucy won't sugarcoat the problem or think that is wrong or whatever. Like, Lucy would keep it 100 with Fikile. She has no filter when it comes to telling the truth. I think that's why Fikile went to her. So Fikile got more than she wanted to hear from Lucy, but it's what she needed to hear. Lucy mentioned that these two have a history, before Tracy worked for Mazwi, they had a romantic connection because Tracy was online, being interested in Mazwi because she was, those girls who make money online. Like, she was sort of like a entertainer online, and Mazwi was entertained enough to pay more attention to Tracy, but that didn't go any further. I think what happened between Mazwi and Tracy back then shouldn't be the main focus of what's happening now, because that's two different things. But Lucy brought it up, and Fikile was like, you know what? You're right. You're actually right. They do have a history together. There's a possibility. So Lucy now did her magic and helped Fikile to investigate if Tracy and Mazwi are having a thing. So she pretended to call Mazwi so that they can talk because she misses Mazwi, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, that's a lie because Lucy wants to, get more information on Mazwi and Tracy. So, with the help of Lucy, they are doing that right now. Nothing has come of it, but we'll see how far this investigation goes. Now, let's talk about Nkaba and Pamela. So, Pamela is on a mission, guys. This mission is impossible. Nothing is stopping this woman to investigate the death of her husband. When I mean this woman is dedicated, I mean it. She's doing everything in her power to find out the truth of what really happened to her husband. regardless of what other people think. They think she's a grieving widow. She's heartbroken. She's not in the right state of mind. But this woman, she knows what she's doing. She's not a grieving woman. She's obviously she is grieving, but she's not like over grieving, if you know what I mean. But she's focused, she's laser focused on finding the truth, and that's what she's doing currently. Um, you know, the detectives came to her apartment to tell her that there's no lead right now, but they will keep investigating. But I hardly think they'll do that because they have already made up their minds and said this is a suicide. They're not even trying to figure out any other angles. This is why a lot of people don't trust the police, because they'll assume things and think that what they are assuming is actually the truth, but 90% of the time it's not. Pamela bugged Nkaba's house, hotel room, and obviously Malinga and his partner found out that Pamela is bugging Nkaba, and they were about to arrest her for that. Apparently it's illegal, obviously it is illegal, but what do you expect from a grieving woman who wants to find out what really happened to her husband? I don't blame her. You shouldn't. Even Malinga was like, give it a break, or let this slide for now, but please stop doing this, or else we'll have to arrest you for breaking the law and interrupting with the investigation. But Malinka's partner was just doing the most. She was throwing around her power, but I understand she wants to follow the rules. But come on, this woman is going through a lot right now. You don't have to like make it even harder than it is. So Malinka did end up telling Nkaba that he needs to start cleaning up his room and check if there are any bugs in the apartment or the hotel that he's living at right now. I mean, he basically snitched on Pamela, but he didn't want to say her name. Obviously, Nkaba was not stupid. He put two and two together and figured out that it's Pamela. And on top of that, Pamela was caught filming the captain with Nkaba, and Nkaba was talking to the captain about the bugs in their house and the hotel. That didn't play the right motive in terms of why would you call the captain to do your dirty work? That's not even helping your case. But as usual, Pamela confronted the government in public, saying that you are a murderer and I'm going to find out the truth. Nkaba is on the other hand saying that you're going to look like a stupid person when you find out I'm not even behind your husband's death. Why would I do that? It doesn't benefit me in any way. So why would I want to kill someone that's not relevant to me? Really, it's not no use to me. You know. Speaking of Nkaba went to Kabisi and said, you need to handle yourself. Pamela is investigating. She's being a problem behind my back. Nkaba's like, not Nkaba. Kabisi's like, what's that supposed to do? They're doing their job. Like, what do you want from me? Or I scratch your back and you scratch mine. Like, these dirty little favors that powerful people do for each other. I think that's just pathetic. Anyways, let's go to Lesedi and Mpho. Guys, 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 guys. How many times should I say guys? These two characters are my favorite, okay? Oh, I love these two. guys together. Like Mpho and Lesedi are like meant for each other. I just love seeing these two together. Do you know what I mean? They just are the best. So Mpho and Lesedi are now officially friends with benefits. They are basically fuck buddies. Okay? Uh the city calls it casual relationship, casual sex. Guys, one of these people are gonna catch feelings. Obviously, Mpho is at that stage, but he's using every opportunity to spend time with Lesedi. I mean, I can't blame the guy. The guy is living his best life with him, with Lesedi. I mean, Lesedi's also living her best life. Like, she knows life is too short and she's taking every opportunity she can. Um, Obviously, her surgery is gonna be like in few days or so or whatever. I'm not sure. So she's was like, do you know what? I want you to rub my back. You know, that's after. Paul was like, let me go with you to Rustenburg so that like I can support you, rub your back whenever you need it. And Paul's like, they were flirting, they have this flirty button together. The banter is so nice between the city and Paul. These two characters is amazing. So and Paul's like, let me rub your back, whatever. And then the city's like, why don't you do it now since you're here? And one thing led to another. Guys, they stuck together again. I mean, I can't express enough how much I like these two characters. They're just amazing together. Okay? That's it. They're amazing. Um Now let's talk about Loyolo. Loyolo is just a sheep who is so lost. You know, he's trying to figure out what's happening between him and Space. Space is also there, minding her business. But Loyolo was having a conversation with Mpho on tonight's episode, and they were like, I don't know what this relationship is. I mean, I was a jerk to Spare, the way I spoke to her. I didn't like how I spoke to her. But, 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 I also don't want to feel like there's one person who's controlling the whole relationship, referring to Spare, and the other is there just really trying to figure out what should he do next. He's torn between following his heart or really thinking about what is going on between him and um Spare. Then Paul brought up a really good point. He was like, you went from Tracy, Lesedi, Spare, then back to Spare. I mean, in a whole year, he went from Lesedi, Tracy, Spare. I mean, dude, you need to take a break from these women. Just think about yourself for 1 minute. Stop thinking about being in a relationship when you haven't figured out yourself. That's just too much. You know, that's what I think Yolo is going through right now. He's trying to figure himself out, but at the same time, he doesn't want to be alone. He wants to be in a relationship while he's figuring himself out. It never works. You need to come into a relationship fully knowing who you are and what you want in life. You can't do two things at the same time, especially when there's another person involved. But we'll see what's gonna happen tomorrow episode. But for now, this first episode of Monday, it was interesting. It was juicy. I enjoyed it throughout there were no boring parts. I was expecting for it to be boring the first episode, but it was actually pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I really hope more action, more drama is gonna come through the whole week. Obviously, that's what appears like it's gonna happen, but tonight's episode, fantastic. Great, I enjoyed it. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my videos and my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.